Hello, Huskies back again with more Dallas Stars GM mode franchise mode commentary. Last video we kicked it off, kind of went back and forth about how I want to run the team because in game they're terrible, absolutely awful. You have 6 guys in your forward core below 80 overall. You have 2 defensemen over 80 overall. You've got decent goaltending, but you've got some prospects. I mean, your top 2, Sagan and Ben, great. Heiskanen, good prospect, love having him. Klingberg probably could be a little bit better, but he's still got 1 more year of development, so maybe we see an 87 out of him. Spezza, gone. Radulov, gone. 4 prospects here. Hintz, Gurinov, don't know how to say his name. I'm going to go with that for now. Honka and Dickinson. I want to hold on to all of them because they've all got years of progression. Martin Hansel, gone. Mark Mathot, gone. And we're getting down to like the 20. Dan Hamhuis, probably gone. If you haven't guessed it, I'm going to tear it down. I don't like how this team is built. I don't like the assets that I have to work with. I don't see another way around it other than to just break it down and try to rebuild around some pieces. Ben and Sagan are probably the only guys that are safe, along with Klingberg and Heiskanen. I want to hold on to these 4 prospects right here. So year 1, honestly, is probably going to end up being I make a bunch of trades this video, and we sim it with these prospects getting NHL time. That's all I can really think to do, honestly. But the guys that I want to move are the guys that make the most money on this team, because I don't want to handicap myself, because I'm going to have to sign Tyler Seguin soon. I have 2 years to sign Tyler Seguin, and he's going to be a 90 by then. I mean, Jamie Benn already makes 9.5, so I'm going to have to pay Seguin probably 9, so I'm going to need cap space. Jason Spetz is 34, makes 7.5, he's got to go. Radulov makes 6.2, he's an 84. If he was an 87, like the commenters suggested, and which is what he should be, in all honesty, he would stay, and I could probably build around those 3. But because this game rates these players so low that, I mean, yes, we probably could be a playoff team with a move here or there, but I don't have the trade assets to necessarily build a playoff team at the moment. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna rebuild. I'm gonna tear it down, and I'm gonna rebuild this roster because it's not built to win in terms of EA standards. NHL standards, real life, maybe, but EA, not even close. Like, this team is awful. So the big ones that I want to move today: Spezza, Mathot, Hansel, and maybe Radulov. We'll see what we can get. I'm trying to not... Oh, and what also I noticed is my backup goalie, Kari Lehtinen, makes $5.9 million. No. Absolutely not. If I can find somewhere to take him, I don't care if I have to eat salary. If somebody will take Kari Lehtinen, I'm okay with that. But yeah, I'm making moves, and we're kicking it off. I'm moving Spezza. I have a trade in place for Jason Spezza. Like I said, I spent 45 minutes or so before starting the recording to figure out what I want to do. Try to make the video a little easier to make. Brady Shea in New York is a low elite. He's 23. He's an 83 overall. Every GM mode I've done, Brady Shea gets to like a 90 overall. Now, I'm sure playing with McDonough helps, or playing with Shattenkirk helps. If I put him with, what's his face? Who's my good defenseman? Klingberg. If I put Brady Shea with Klingberg, there's no reason why that wouldn't work. Now, I know this trade goes through. Spezza for Shea is a 1-for-1 deal done. But I don't want a 1-for-1. I want to try to get something more out of them. If I can get a third, I'm not going to be able to. They're going to say no. No. If I can get a 4th, just to feel like I won the deal. Now, I looked through defensemen, and there are a couple defensemen that were worth looking into. I just have to remember where they were. Travis Sanheim is one of them. He's an 80. He's a 75. He's got medium. He's got top 4 medium potential. Not awful. Olimata is another guy, but I kind of want players that are on the lower spectrum of cap hits and age. definitely a line that I'm trying to. It's a tightrope. Timothy up in Toronto wouldn't be an awful get because he's doesn't have as high a trade value for an 18-year-old stud defenseman, but he is low elite and they do get underrated in terms of trade value. Madison Bowie in Washington is somebody else that could possibly be an option. Plus, they want to move him. I'm all for guys that want to get moved because they're just easier to trade for. I had one other guy that I was looking at that I don't remember who it was. Oh wait, I think it was Hayden Fleury. Yeah, Hayden Fleury in Carolina. Low elite. He would be a big time risk because I've seen him either get really good or just crap out. Jake Bean is probably Jake Bean's probably the better prospect in terms of the long run. He's 18. He's got higher trade value. So Carolina is somebody I can come back to if I really want to take the long road to rebuild back. This Gabriel Carlson in Columbus, they want to move him. Top 4 defenseman, medium, 20 years old. Honestly, I can probably snag him for Mark Mathot in a package. See, the issue is wanting to keep all of my prospects and my draft picks. It makes these deals a little tougher to navigate. I would have to really make a big time deal if I wanted to do this. I wouldn't even know who else to throw in. I mean, I could do Hanzo, but that probably puts them over the cap. It does. I would need to bring back something because I'm giving them a forward. I mean, I don't want to. Sonny Milano is a real interesting. He's a top 6. He doesn't really progress. He can progress. He might not though. I could probably get Sonny Milano and Gabriel Carlson from Mathot and Hansel. No, trade rejected. So I'd probably have to. I would probably have to throw in something. Now, draft picks are something I don't want to move, but a 3rd round pick in a first draft isn't the best. Not even enough. Alright, so we'll come back to Gabriel Carlson. He's somebody I kind of want to look at, though. Because, like I said, he should be an easier get. I might just be asking too much with Milano. There are a couple guys that are kind of on the same page. I really want to try to get Brady Shea. This Fleury kid, he's Cale Fleury. He's too much of a risk. Matthias Ekholm never pans out for me, ever. John Moore, he's got a good contract, but he's on an immediate renewal. So I mean, I could trade for him and then immediately sign him. But Brady Shea's the guy that I want. Now, as shitty as it is, I mean, Spezza and Radulov are the same exact value. Man, they don't even. I know Spezza's a 1-for-1 for Brady Shea, but I just don't know if I'm comfortable making that 1-for-1 when I can possibly get something more for Jason Spezza. Because I mean, Spezza's he's got decent trade value, and he's got a slew of teams that actually want him. Montreal wants him, Minnesota wants him. Now Nikita Sherbak. I can never say his name. I'm pretty sure I'm right though. Medium top 6 forward, 72 overall. He's an easy get because they want Spezza. I could even throw in somebody to put this over the edge. I mean, I could trade him back, Alexander Radulov. If I were to do this deal, now the only issue with this is I need to stop myself before I make this deal. Is looking at my prospects, I have a considerable amount of forward depth. I have 3 of these guys are forwards. I have Heiskanen and Hanka. Ideally, I want to trade Spezza for not a prospect. I'm just gonna make the trade for Shea. I'm gonna kick myself in the ass, not bite myself. If he ends up not being. Well, actually, I really won't because while Spezza, he's already an 83, Shea. I mean, so I'm not losing too much on it if I make this deal. I'm saving $7 million in cap. I know this trade goes through, so I'm just gonna make it. So boom. First trade of the Dallas regime is trading Brady Shea for Jason Spezza. We're going to pop back in. I have one more trade I know that will get done, and it is my goaltender, Kari Lettinen. And it goes to Edmonton. So they want him, right? Yep. Edmonton is willing to get... I would love to get Stuart Skinner out of Edmonton, but I don't have the necessary pieces that they want. So I'm just going to settle for... I can probably get a third. All I have to do... I just have to eat half of his cap. And usually that would be an issue, but he's only got 1 year left on his deal. And because he's only got 1 year left on his deal, I really don't... That cap doesn't hurt me, and it keeps me above the salary floor, which I'm going to struggle to probably hit. Especially if I trade Radulov. Radulov might hang out till the trade deadline. I might play him with some of these rookies, but I want to trade Hansel. Can I trade Hansel for Scherbach? Ooh, I could possibly do that deal. I just don't know if I want Nikita. Alright, so many people want Martin Hansel. I did not do enough research into who wanted Hansel. I don't want to... I mean, I'm kind of tearing it all down, so I really should go for younger players. Sebastian Aho, Victor Rask, Teuvo Teravainen. I mean, these are all decent players. I mean, I tried Teuvo last year. Was it Detroit that I tried him? I don't remember. I would love to have Sebastian Aho. I wonder if I can get Aho for Hansel. No, right? He's got too high a value. Yeah. Martin Hansel, I might just... We might start the sim this video, and I might just throw these guys on the trade block and kind of see what we get. So if I go to my... I know I've only made 2 trades, and they're not, like, blockbusters. Well, I mean, the first one was kind of a blockbuster. No, I don't want you to keep my lines up to date. I want to make sure that anybody that I want to progress is in the lineup. So Hanka and Steven Johns both need to get in the lineup. Which means Sam Hamhuis is getting scratched for Steven Johns. Come on. Fuck, there we go. And Mark Mathot is getting scratched for Julius Hanka. These are the guys that I want playing. Now, is my team going to be any good? Absolutely not. But I don't intend them to be good. They're not here to be good. As for the AHL, is there anybody I want to call up? I kind of want to call up Dickinson. Let him play in the first line. Let him play in the first line. I don't think any of my guys are scratched. Nope. I just need to make sure Heiskanen is playing on the first pairing. Yep. Oh, there's a top 6. Yep, so there's our first pairing in the AHL. And I think I'm going to call up Dickinson. Oops, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Go to roster moves. So I'm going to call up Dickinson. Oops. There we go. I'm going to call up Dickinson, and I'm going to send down one of my extra defensemen. Send you down. We'll call up Dickinson. And I just want... Let's best lines the NHL. Alright, so Richie... I want Richie and Janmark to play, because they might get the 80s. Dickinson... See, a 2-way forward he is. So, I mean, we're gonna struggle. We're absolutely gonna struggle, but I fully am anticipating that. I gotta put them back in. Defense Mathot for Johns and Hamhuis for Honka. Then we'll put Lindell in the second pairing. All right, so there we go. So there's our temporary lines for the season. I'm actually not gonna put Radulov on the first pairing. I'm gonna put Janmark up there because he's got decent. Actually, no, I'm gonna put Dickinson on the first line. I know this is kind of, and I'm gonna put Hansel and Radulov on the trade block along with Mark Mathot. Oh, actually, let's just best lines the. Oops. Oh, I didn't want to reset the default. Okay, so just put him on the first pairing, and then we'll put Mark McNeil. Actually, do I want Curtis McKenzie up there? Does he have good? What do we got for offensive awareness across the board. Okay, so it's pretty shit. So we'll leave that how it is. We'll get Hetherington and Heiskanen up there. I'm gonna have to be very, very keen on keeping Heiskanen in the lineup. And if I'm saying his name wrong, please let me know, because he's gonna be here for a while. I don't want to have his name wrong and keep having it wrong. This is kind of a shitty approach to the season, but this is the best way that I think to go about it. Like I said, I want to trade Radulov still. I want to trade Hansel still. I'm just going to kind of let if I want to do draft picks, I want to let the season kind of play out and have an idea of what kind of picks I'm getting back for these players. I'll mark the thought on there. Surplus, I should change this. Oops. Forward first line, minimum age. I don't know how old Radulov is, so we'll do 29 because I don't think Jamie Benn falls in that category. And then we'll set this to defense. Top 6, minimum age 30. Current picks. I'm going to turn all of my draft picks off because I don't want to trade any of my picks. And I will leave next year's on. I mean, 4th plus next year. That's really not going to do anything for me. And wants. Goaltender. Throw a starting goalie on there possibly. And then defense. 25. Player role can be any, but I want potential to be at least 4 stars. Then I'll do the same for defense. Any, but 4 stars at least, and we'll take this down to 25. I'll set these should all be good. Yep. All right, so there we go. We are set and ready to go for year 1. It's gonna be a train wreck. I'm tanking yet not tanking. So let's go ahead and sim to the regular season, and we'll do game 1 this video because I want to give you at least something. Ooh, and I want to make sure to scout because we're gonna be drafting, so I want to make sure to get everybody scouted so I know what I'm picking. Because the draft's gonna be a big way to improve. I'm gonna have a ton of cap space, ideally when this is all said and done. So free agency is pretty. Oh, god damn it! I already fucked up the scouting. It was 1. Oh, god damn it! And now it's gonna take forever. Scouting. Here we go. Let me set this up. Edit scouting. Why am I in Germany? What is there for me in Germany? Stay in Canada. Sorry to anybody from Germany. I just feel like the higher end talent is in Canada. All right. So, sim the next game. Yes, we're taking on the Vegas Golden Knights in game 1. Let's see just how bad this tire fire is gonna be, man. Let's see. Game 1. Watch us come out and stomp them like 9-0. Radulov's got 7 goals. All right, here we go. Period number 1 of the new GM mode. We're off to a raucous start, 2-2. Dickinson gets on the board. Nice. I'm a fan of that. He's already paying tribute, and Jamie Benn's up there as well. All right. Good start. Encouraging start. Oh, we get 2 more. Dickinson on the board again. Richie gets 1. So maybe this is good. Sagan again. That first line is doing work, man. Now I can pretty much throw anybody I want on that first line with Sagan and Benn, and they'll produce, which is why I'm hoping Dickinson gets like a skyrockets in overall. Martin Hansel, team coming out scoring 6 goals. I don't know how. That first line though. So who were the 3 stars? Jamie Benn, Tyler Sagan, Brett Ritchie. Wait, so how many points did what's his face have? Dickinson. Dickinson had 2 points and was a +2. He had 2 goals. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, but that's where I'm going to end episode number 2 of our Jamie Benn had 4 points in game 1. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's where I'm going to end it. Feedback on the trades I made. They weren't amazing. Ooh, one thing I'm going to do next video, I'm going to get Brady Shea on an extension. give me like, should I continue with the rebuild? I haven't gone all in on the rebuild. I've kind of gone all in, kind of. I still have some big names though. Like, do I continue down this path? Do I trade Radulov, Hansel, Mathat, Hamhuis? Do I just cut my losses and just start anew and just build a team my way? Or do I just see how the season goes and just take advantage of offers that are sent to me? I'm leaning towards the rebuild, but we're going to see how the team does before I make too big of moves. Because I kind of want to keep the skilled players there so that these guys have something to build off of. But yeah, as always, comment section. I'll be there with you. As always, if you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like. Best way to support the series and show that you enjoy it. As well as subscribe to the channel if you want to know when the next video goes up. Usually they go up every weekday before noon Central Time. It's if I'm awake. Some days it's later, some days it's earlier. It all varies. I work nights, so it's all over the place. And finally, thank you for watching. Support on the first video was awesome. Hopefully we continue to see it. And I will see you later today. There's a second video coming out today, so look forward to that.